Hi everybody, I'm Patrick Kellogg and welcome to this video. We're on our site elearningcomplete.com and we're looking at the plugins page. So we notice that we do have our plugin that we just made activated and installed, and it's called the eLearning Complete H5P for LearnDash plugin. Right here it is. It's activated. And if we were to go to settings, we would find that we would have settings, and under settings we have ELC H5P. We got a section here about using the shortcodes. We have some labels here, and we have a debugging mode, and also we have a license key. So let's go ahead and turn the debugging mode on for now to get access to the debugging messages that we're going to receive. Okay, so it's turned on, the plugin's enabled, so let's take a look at setting up a LearnDash lesson or a topic or a quiz. And I have also the classic editor installed just to make it easier for people that don't use Gutenberg. So I'm going to go over here and go into a lesson. And I'll choose H5P, or maybe I'll choose actually the CSS crash course. So I'll edit this crash course. And we see here that we have two shortcodes. One is the shortcode that comes for the H5P that says, hey, use ID 22 H5P. And also there's a matching shortcode here for our eLearning Complete. It's called ELC underscore H5P, and it's set to the same ID. So we're going to be using ID number 22. If we go over to our backend and go to H5P content and look for all H5P content, we'll get a table, and the table has different rows in it, and each row matches an ID. So this is where you get your IDs from. You get these when you either reuse an H5P example from h5p.org, or if you create your own. So we're going to be using this one, 22, which is a quiz. And if we look, we know that 22 actually has coverage. It does actually say like what it's doing. It doesn't just sit dormantly. It has coverage, so we can use it. And we have a whitelist. We'll go over that in a little bit. So let's go back over to our course, which again is we'll go here, LearnDash, and go into our lessons. Open the link in a new tab, and then we'll go into our crash course lesson again. Okay, so let's edit this. And so we're going to be using this H5P, and here we're going to be establishing our plugin that's going to be controlling the Mark Complete button, or the progress. This is on a lesson, so it's going to be the Mark Complete button. If it was a topic, it'd be the Mark Complete button. If it was a quiz, it'd be the Start Quiz button. And just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go here and just delete my data, because deleting the data will reset it, and also it'll clear any H5P from our plugin that we've done. So I'll go here and I'll just basically go down here to permanently delete the course data. And that gives us like a clean slate to start with. Update my profile. Okay, so now I can go here and I can visit the site, and I'll visit the site in a new tab over here, and I'll go into my courses, and I'm looking for the CSS crash course, and I'll start the course. And now as I scroll down, I'll get into the actual lesson that has the H5P, and you notice this says you must complete. This is your must complete message, and this Mark Complete button is disabled. Mark Complete button is disabled. So if I were to go over to my settings, I could go, for instance, they're going to be under settings, and ELC H5P. I'll open this in a new tab, and I can basically customize these settings. I could take this, you must complete message, copy this, and I could bring it into like Google Translator and turn it into Spanish if I want, or whatever language or whatever, however you want to customize these. So I would go then back to our settings here, and I would just paste in the new message here like so, and then I would submit. And it's going to be saving the changes. So I go back over to here and I refresh my screen, and then this message should change. Okay, it does. And now I'm going to go ahead and take my course, and I'll choose the right answers. And then I'll continue. And I'll match these up. Cloudberry is this one. A blueberry is this blueberry. And then this one would be a red currant. So I would show my score if I want, and then I would advance to the next one. And which one of the following berries are red? And that would be the cranberry. So I would check. And then finally, I'd finish. And when I finish, this should become enabled. And so it did. You notice how fast it is. So that's the basic setup. So we added an interaction. Again, it was the question set that we added. And the question set does have X API coverage, or it's active. It generates verbs and generates nouns, and it tells us what it's doing. And we can therefore use these verbs to trigger LearnDash. And if we go to the H5P, we go to examples. And again, this was the question set. Over here, we can look at the examples, and there's different types. So I'll just choose this question type, and we should get a question set. And then if we look for the question set, here we go. It's a quiz or a question set. We click on that, and up here we can go ahead and click this, and we see that we have these kinds of coverages. Now be warned, this is pretty obsolete, some of these X API coverages, but when they have coverages, then we can use them. So in that H5P, in this example, the quiz question set would make it onto our white list of ones that we actually cover. The ones that don't have nouns or verbs, and so we can't really trigger anything, but we can still use them. And we'll see some shortcuts and some tricks how to do that later. So, hey, thank you. Welcome. Thank you very much for watching this video.